All right. Hi. I'm going to do the roots of racism summative thing here. I have the roots of racism rubric open. Very simple rubric. All it is saying that I need 4 events from a timeline. All right. Each of these events needs to include 4 things: a year, a claim. That's on the board if you can't remember, and then a quote from a primary or secondary source, and then 2 to 3 sentences. That will get you an L3. If you want an L4, you might want to include a picture or something like that. So let's go ahead and get started with it. I'm going to share my screen. I didn't yet. I should have done that before. So here we go. All right. So here's the rubric that I was just talking about. You can find this in the week 5 folder. Here's the rubric, Roots of Racism rubric. And then below that is the Roots of Racism Summative. When you click on that, it gives you the short instructions for this. Using the Roots of Racism rubric, complete Padlet timeline that includes 4 events. And then it has a link for Padlet if you don't have it. I've already opened mine up. You're just going to start a new Padlet and all of that. One thing to be aware of, let me go back. When you're in your Padlet, if you have too many, you might have to delete one in order to do a new one. So that's what I'm going to do, just to start a new one, and then I'm going to make a Padlet, go to timeline. All right. Here it is. I'm going to rename it again, Roots of Racism. Go. All right, and then I'm just going to click next, and then start posting. So let me go back to my rubric. It says I need a timeline with a year, a claim, a quote, and 2 to 3 sentences. So I'm going to show you how to do one of those. And I'm going to use one that you can use for your example. So the one I am going to use that I'm thinking about is like the roots of racism, like thinking of that as a big picture and how it led to racism in this country. And what the big thing that I'm thinking about is the African slave trade and how did that begin? And where I'm kind of thinking with that is I'm really thinking about maybe the arrival of the first Africans in America. And I know that was discussed somewhere during this week in a PowerPoint. It actually wasn't in the content library, but I will show you how to go there next. But I know that is the 5.2 PowerPoint. You might have to go around and look around to find this stuff, but I knew it was the 5.2 PowerPoint. So here it is actually when we talked about the arrival of the first Africans. All right. First document arrival of Africans to the colony of Virginia was reported by John Rolfe in 1619. I have the date right there. Remember, let's go back to my rubric. I need a year. I already have the year. Now I need a claim. I'm going to make some claim about how this connects to power, how this kind of shows power. So let's go ahead and get started before I even read anything. All right, I'm going to put click over here, and I'm going to put the year as the subject, 1619. All right, my claim, if I look over at the board, it says the blank started. All right, the blank. All right, so the English here, the English sustained power over Africans by, and then I'm going to make some claim. So English sustained power over Africans by, and I'm going to look up here one of my words that relates to power. By forcing them into slavery. Slavery through manipulation and fear. Okay. Then, if I look up there again, I need to find a quote that supports this idea. According to, and who is this quote from? This is John Rolfe. So see right there. Show you it's John Rolfe right here, according to John Rolfe. According to John Rolfe, comma, and then I'm going to find a quote. And I want it to relate to this idea. Here we go. So he brought with him not anything but 20 and odd Negroes, which the governor and Cape merchant bought for victuals. Okay, there we go. I'm going to use that quote to support this idea, and I will show you how. There we go. Looks pretty good. All right. So this quote shows the beginning of the slave trade in America. And I might add something like, I know that Africans were tricked into slavery. How do I want to say this? Because we talked about how the African nations were trade-based, and the English took advantage of this. And actually, I want to, instead of tricked, where did I put tricked? Or manipulated. I want to point back to that word that I just had up here. So I could use manipulation up here. I'm going to use manipulated down here. So here could be your first one. All right. So if you're following along and you want to use this one and you've gotten through however long the video is, 8 minutes, this can be your first one. So then you have to do 3 more. All right. So this would get you an L3. If you want to do an L4, I might want to grab a picture. So guess what? Look at this picture right here. That might be a good picture to use. And it's not going to let me grab that picture, but what I can do is I know the John Rawl 1619 picture. Okay, let's click that, go to images, and I bet you it's going to show up. There it is. All right, I'm going to copy that to, or save that image to, actually, let's see if I can do it this way. Cancel this. Let's see if I can use a picture. Nope. Is this it? Image search, yeah. So let's see if it'll come up this way. John Rawl 19. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it shows up. Maybe not. Maybe. A bunch of pictures about it. Let's see if 1619 will look at that. Project 1619. A lot of interesting things are coming up. Here's the picture right there. All right. So there we do. We have our easy to get that picture in there and boost you up to from a L3 to an L4. And then I'm going to go ahead and publish it. There's my first point. And then I would go through and do the same thing 3 more times. So 1619, that started. I might want to go back, go to the content library and look at those slave codes or something. So look, I would racism, Argentinian racism, there's some areas of these. I also use if I want to the slave codes actually experienced throughout these. It looks like you read these. You got a year there last one. Just talk about how progressive, how power was slowly taken away from the African people in the world, in the New World. All right. So yeah, the last one talking about how people become like I feel like this is something that you can really do and learn a little bit from. Okay. So do 3 more. Same thing I just did. You just go through. And maybe this will be the last one. I like this one, 1705, having about having as taking away people's rights so they're considered property. That's completely terrible. It definitely shows how there was progression and how power was sustained over people. Okay, so I would do that, push that, producing that thing about 4 of them. Once you're done, you share it here. Save it as a PDF right here. Publish it as a PDF. And then it looks like this. You're gonna have all the difference, and you're gonna click the down arrow here, save it to your computer, then come